Hello everybody and welcome back to another Deep Ogre review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the, I was about to say brand new, this has been out for quite some time, I'm just getting my hands on it, the Mafex Homelander from The Boys TV show. Now, I just watched The Boys like a few months ago, I'm thinking about going back and rewatching it, but I've wanted figures of these characters for quite a long time, even before I saw the show. I wasn't really that familiar with the comics, but I just really thought these interesting designs needed to be put in action figure form, and Medicom seems to be the leading company in that. I mean, NECA kind of fell off. Their figures didn't look really good to begin with. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get into this guy's accessories. So, first I wanted to talk about this alternate chest piece. Got some nice silver stars right there for the underflap coming over. Nice kind of textured tit right there, and half the textured tit right there. And this is obviously the chest piece because this comes up, it's a flap, and you replace that. It is kind of loose, so in some poses if you're messing with it too much, you will kind of pop it off. Of course, it just looks like I was rubbing his tits, but he probably likes it. And it is angled, so you don't have to worry about that smooth showing up. Boom, alternate tits. Never see that on an action figure. And that is actually really cool. It brings a lot of character. You do see this look in the show sometimes, so that is actually really cool. And next up are the two alternate heads. First, I'll take a look at this kind of just like cocky, fake smile with the dead eyes behind it. Anthony Starr really sells this character as just a egotistical maniac, and this head really does like convey that. I want to say it's really nice looking, like exactly like Anthony Starr, but when you get really close up to it, it kind of loses a lot of that detail and becomes a little pixelated, which it's Medicom. I mean, we kind of expect that by now, but that's an amazing head sculpt. And you do have this angry, pissed off laser vision head sculpt with the eyes kind of faded, painted to look like they're fading, and then the pupils are white, kind of going out into a darker red. I really like this head sculpt. I wish that we did get just this exact head sculpt, but without the red around the eyes. I think that would have been a really, really nice touch to just get an angry Homelander without the red. But it definitely looks very, very good. And for his hands, you get open, kind of gripped, tense hands. You get two pointer finger hands, two thumbs up hands or thumbs down, two kind of relaxed open palm hands, and of course you get fists, which of course they're not going to do it on camera, but they're really easy to pop out of this little clear. Okay. They are really easy to pop out of this little clear stand right here. And on the back of all the hands you do feature this kind of darker maroon color. And for the figure itself, you do get that beautiful, beautiful, just stern, resting bitch face for a Homelander, plotting, scheming, listening, knowing he's probably better than everybody else in the whole entire world and universe. But that does get a little grainy when you get closer to it. If my camera here would focus, it does get a little grainy when you get too close to it, but it's fine. Love the blue in the eyes. The 5 o'clock shadow on all the heads look great. The wash to the hair on all the heads look great as well. Then moving down, you get those eagles in gold on his shoulders, and they are on hinges, so they do get out of the way for articulation. Nice kind of gold in the collar right here as well. Nice dark navy-ish blue, red stripe for this piece coming around the costume. Classic Homelander logo belt. Very nice. Kind of has a patina to it if you look really close. Nice scale mail all over the figure. They did a really killer job with sculpting this. Of course, that scale mill goes down to the arms and even inside the joints. Same thing with the hands, that darker maroon kind of square on the back, and then gold right there inside of the cuffs. And his crotch, again, scale mail, navy blue. You do get some shadowing on the thighs specifically. Kind of not showing up on camera, but it's there, believe me. And for the boots, just that red, same with the gloves. And his Homelander logo right there on his shin, and gold trimmings around the boot. Sculpted detail on the heel, nice foot, the sole, and again, those maroon kind of squares like the hands. And for the back of the figure, you get that United States flag kind of cape, stars, the silver stars, quite like the folded down chest piece, but instead of red background, it's blue, and the red and white stripes for the cape. And that is just beautiful. It is kind of a plasticky texture, like I'm trying to find something like a tarp, like a waterproof tarp kind of feel to this cloth. For Homelander's articulation, you do get a dumbbell joint up in the head, and just like Mafex Superman, it does have a kick in it, so you can see it kicks forward right now, and that allows you to get a lot of down movement. The collar does get in the way. It is a harder piece of plastic, and you can't look up with it kicked forward, but pop the head off, turn that ball joint so it's kicked back, and put the head back on. You still pretty much get the same amount of down, but now you can look up a lot further. Again, not really the best for flying poses because of the collar, but that's okay with me. You get a dumbbell into the, or no, a ball joint into the arm, or into the torso from the arm, and that is hinged up that far. I want to move the eagle all the way out of the way. Yeah, up about that far. You get some kind of butterfly joint right here with the kind of shell right there in the middle of it. Can go forward, can go back, bicep swivel, all the way around full 360. Double jointed elbow, can get a little tight, but that's as far as it's going to go. I don't want to push it any further. Wrist swivel, and hinge side to side, and of course twist it, do that, and you can get up and down for when he's on, the rooftop in New York. If you know, you know. Ball joint right here, and there's what I'm talking about with the chest. Sometimes he will lose his tits, which it's fine. Dumbbell at the waist, can go full 360, side, ab crunch back. And you can get groin articulation or waist articulation, another hula hoop. Combined, he can crunch that forward, that far back, and obviously amazing tilt with that. Leg is on a ball joint, I believe. Leg can kick up about that far, back about that far, and it is a drop down hinge, so he can probably kick up a lot further with that. Not a lot back. Kind of a thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, can kick his own Homelander ass, and you get a swivel at the boot, ankle tiltage, and forward and back plus toe. Not too much toe, but it's there. For comparison, here he is next to the Transformers Classics Optimus and the Transformers Earthrise Optimus. Here he is next to some other 6-inch lines. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Ant-Man and the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Trooper. And he actually, for a Mafex figure, stands pretty well next to Marvel Legends and Classified. If you want him with some Star Wars, here he is next to the Star Wars Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi and the DC Universe Classics Superman. I believe it's DC UC. I can't remember. And lastly but not leastly, here he is next to my custom Soldier Boy. I know it's really rough. I was like my second custom ever. And the Mafex Cyborg Superman. These two are my only Mafex figures. for now. Wink, wink, wink. And since there is no transformation to this figure, I'm just going to get into my final thoughts. This figure is awesome. Now, I have always been the type to window shop like Mafex or SH Figuarts or Figma, and kinda, but finally I'm able to get like actual imports in my hands, and it feels so good. I love this figure. I'm having just as much fun with him as I was with Cyborg Superman, and this guy's just so detailed and good, and I love the show. And the comics are kind of but the show really elevated it in my opinion, and he's just so good. This really captures Homelander's presence, in my opinion. I really love the texture to the cape he has, and I love the kind of patina that they put on the bronze and gold parts of the costume, like the eagle and the belt, and like the gold accents on the gloves and the collar just really set it apart. I love that they put extra chest pieces as well. The detail of his hair kind of getting all out of shape when he's mad and he has angry eyes. That's awesome. I love the 5 o'clock shadow around his face. It's just all such intricate sculpt and beautiful articulation. One thing I do kind of not like is the thigh swivel. The legs are sculpted weird, so it just looks weird. There's like gaps in the legs when you spread them out or something, but it's fine other than that. And the shoulder hinges do look really thin, and they kind of bend when you move them, which is really scary, but I don't feel like I'm actually going to break them anytime soon. Other than that, I pretty much have no complaints. This figure makes me really want that Billy Butcher that they made, and just solicit or like show off painted prototypes, not just grayscale prototypes of Queen Maeve, A-Train, and the Deep. I cannot wait for those figures to come out, and we need more of the boys, you know? We need Mother's Milk and Huey, and I'm really excited for Starlight and Black Noir, because I'm just really excited. I'm going full into this line, because I love the show, love these characters, and I can't wait to see more from Metacom. I'm going to give this guy a fucking solid 10 out of 10. He would love to be a 10 out of 10, and this figure, mwah, mother's milk. So, without further ado, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more, and you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!
Whatever the fuck I want!